Hello everybody and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War, Stainless Steel, the Aragon campaign. Last time we left off we won an amazing victory here at this bridge.
Orders, Noble One.
Have I come up with a name for it? No, I probably will by the end of next time, but it is quite a significant battle. We do need a battle name, I think, for this. For the battle. It was a heroic victory. In fact, I believe there might
Your
even
orders,
be,
Noble One.
when we move our army,
Your
there might even
orders,
be a
Noble
little
One.
thing, a little swords icon that denotes our heroic victory. But nevertheless, there are more wars to be fought. The Moors are rallying every single man, woman and child by the looks of things in their empire to fight us now. There's two almost full stack armies. There's another half-stack army down here, under a general as well.
There will be much honor in defeating you, noble infidel.
And just over a half-stack army garrison inside Cordoba. The Moors are not messing around now. But unfortunately, there's not very much they can do, at least down on this southern front, because once we take
Your
Granada,
orders, Noble One.
which we are going to do
We
right
will
now.
engage them honorably, my lord.
Oh, and it's quite a... I don't buy that for a second, that this is going to be a tough battle. So, but apparently it is. So we're going to have to fight this battle, which, again, I wasn't expecting to fight a battle so soon. But nonetheless, I guess we're going to have to. Now this one will be a little bit more obvious of a battle name. Battle of Granada. I should probably call it Siege. I'll call it the Siege of Granada. I think I spelled it right, even though it's just there, but yes, the Siege of Granada. Let's get to
Be
it.
ready to give all for God and kingdom, men! To battle!
So yes, another battle. It's been quite a battle-orientated set of updates. I'm recording this one straight after the last one. But yes, I'm hoping that we're going to keep this going. I don't want to rush this part, but I'm recording it. I'm literally going to work in 2 hours, so I'm trying to fit this in as much as I can. But to be fair, I've got a bit of time off over the next week or so I should be able to get quite a bit done. And I'm in the mood to do it, so hopefully. No promises. Anyway, I shall leave you to the battle speech.
It is an honor to be thought a well-educated man, for are we not a nation of erudite warriors? But I tell you that in all the books I have ever studied, I have never seen an account of creatures as lowly as our foes. However, my learning leads me to suspect that they may die as easily as other men. Saints preserve us! Those Moorish madmen over there have a peculiar reek. That's the stench of the heathen mixed with the smell of the camels that they love. The nosegay large enough to mask that particular reek has yet to be created. As a man of learning, I tell you books and all that stuff are all very nice. But on a day like this, you want a sword and a good suit of armor. A cutting word is nowhere near as good as sharpened steel. Let's to the enemy and show them!
Yes, indeed. Well, if that speech doesn't rile you up, I don't know what will. That was hilarious, if you ask me. That was amazing. I've never heard that one before. Wow, that was really funny, actually. Right. I'm aware that they've got reinforcements. I can't quite... They should come from the side, but then again, if last time is anything to go by, I thought I knew where the enemy were going to come from, and it turns out I really didn't, so yeah. Anyway, we don't want our javelin men with the siege equipment. We want those back here. We want our spear militia to have... I mean, we could actually... Javelin men could in theory take the ram, but we need the spearmen. This will be interesting. There we go. We want the spear militia to take the siege equipment, just because once they get up on the walls, they're going to have to fight. If that's not obvious. So yeah, in terms of infantry, we haven't got as much spearmen as I was hoping. Again, I did obviously split my forces a little bit. So interesting. Anyway, that is what we if I could speak today. Those are our troops all set up. Let's get into this.
The enemy have brought up more men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
So they're coming from the other side, which is fine. It must be said, I don't have a huge amount of experience assaulting Southern European and Eastern, Middle Eastern castles. I'm normally used to playing Northern or European, but it looks like the other entrance is over here, which doesn't help them very much, which is good. Right. So first things first. Get those ladders to the wall, get that siege tower to there, get the ram to the gates, get those ladders over there. That's good. Now, javelin men don't have particularly great range. Otherwise, if we had archers, I'd pepper them over the walls. I still think I might. Maybe I should have sent them in first and taken some of the fire, rather than the siege equipment's going to get most of the... Going to get in the firing lines more. I'm going to move my line of troops up. I don't want to move them up too much to get fired upon, but to be fair, if they fire upon some troops, they're not going to be able to fire upon other troops, so we're going to get... I realise that was absolutely terrible English, but what I mean is, if they're firing one set of troops, they're not firing at the other set of troops, so it doesn't really matter in the long run, I guess, who they're firing at. We want the more important troops, such as the siege equipment, not to take fire if we can, and our general and cavalry. We don't want them to take fire as much as we can. So we can... Our javelin men, actually, they've got a little bit of range. Not as much as archers, but... regular archers, but we can pepper them a little bit, at least decrease their morale at the very least. I'm not going to lie, but a huge, big, fuck-off siege tower coming at your gates looks a little bit threatening, if you ask me. So, what have we got on these walls? We've got Nubian spearmen, but we've not got very many of them, only 38, so our spear militia might be okay. We're going to be struggling slightly more over here, but we can bring these spearmen.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for valor and force of arms.
So, more ladders. Oh,
the battering ram is in place. It will not be long before our enemies defend. By the grace of God, our siege towers are at the walls. Our enemy has nowhere to hide now.
But it works in stainless steel, and it's a nice little addition. If we just wait a minute, we might see that effect in action again. It'll periodically just pour boiling oil onto our ram, which will... Yeah, there you are. It will gradually destroy our ram. So yeah. As our spear militia now get up onto the siege tower. We want these guys... Oh, I think they're running off the walls. Goodness knows what they're doing. They might be just... Yeah, they're coming out. Right, okay, that's fine. Have they got any cavalry? I didn't really check. They do have missile cavalry by the looks of things. I'm not entirely sure what this is coming around here. It's definitely cavalry, I think, but I can't see them. we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see what they are. They're still a while away yet. How fares the gate? 66, we're nearly there. Okay, so we're into the settlement. To be honest, we didn't really need the battering ram in some ways, because now we can control the gatehouse without breaking it down. But anyway, the good thing about breaking it down, I guess, is
Give
that
grace to God. We have captured the enemy's walls.
they can't then be recaptured by the enemy, and when I'm trying to bring troops into the castle, they can't then just raise the gates again.
Our men have done well. The gates have fallen.
Right, in that case, we want all of our spear militia now grouped together, and we want them to get into the castle. Same with the javelin men, and possibly the same with the cavalry. Right, we can sort of see a little bit better, can we? No, we still can't see what the enemy are doing. Are they bringing their troops into the castle? We kind of hope that they... I hope that they are, rather than flanking us. It'd be much easier. But we'll have to see. They still control those gates, I believe. It's just whether they'll use them or not. I don't really want to bring any more troops towards the centre until I know what these guys are doing. They look like they might be stuck outside of them, actually. Oh no, there they go. Right, okay. So they are coming into the settlement, that's fine. We're also getting peppered by archers, which I didn't realise. So what we want you to do is I want you to get into the middle and kind of cut these guys off from the rest of their army. We'll bring the cavalry in, but we're not rushing. We don't really need the cavalry just yet. So we've got spear militia and we've got Bedouin cavalry. Oh yeah, of course, it's the troops that were left over from last time, from the last battle that retreated back to Granada. Oh, they're going to fall really easily then. I was a bit worried we might have slightly more troops there. Right, in that case, the infantry, the spear militia, you want to go after the fiery cavalry. Because I'm somehow thinking that skirmishers are going to be enough to deal with the spear militia, which they really aren't. Josh, come on. Yes, I'm aware I spoke of myself in the third person there. They might well be enough, to be honest, now that I think about it. But, I doubt it, somehow. Ooh, they've got a bodyguard.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Oh, they're already routing. Wow, that's really... Yeah, you're really poor. Why don't you stop, cavalry? Can we get around them? It doesn't look... Oh yeah, we can.
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
No, I tell you what. Send them all around there. As well as you guys. Stop, you idiots. Come this way. Shame we can't have like routes and stuff in this. Pathways. Oh, you're gonna just break through that, I see. There we go.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Don't go into the spearmen. Come on. Why are you struggling to get past fiery cavalry, for crying out loud? Our cavalry is absolutely getting slaughtered here. That was a real tactical blunder on my part. Our cavalry is absolutely demolished now because of that. I didn't anticipate how strong the Moorish cavalry was. I'm starting to wonder if we're going to lose this battle now because they're so inept. Half our troops have just been half-arsing it. They haven't been breaking through or anything.
My lord! We have lost control of the castle!
It's fine. I thought you meant my flipping general had died then. Chill out, it's fine. Fight. Fight on. You. Get the flip back here, you.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Come on. You guys, come and surround him, seriously. You just surround him and kill him. It's not a difficult thing. You as well, come on. I think 2 cavalry is going to take out my entire army at this rate, for flip's sake. Come on! What are you playing at? Oh my god. How many kills must this one blooming general have? Like, what on earth? Somebody stab his horse or something, blimey. What on earth are you doing?
Our men have slain the Saracen general. Now we must send his men. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
We'll get into that battle. We'd done quite well up to that point. Then that flipping bodyguard. We ended up losing more troops because of them. Honestly. I don't know. Well, that could have gone better. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why the balance of power at the start of the battle was so, you know. I don't know. Anyway. It's fine. It's done now. We don't have to worry.
No, don't be so hasty.
No, we'll just release those guys because they're going to pretty much die anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
God has granted his
And
faithful
Granada,
this victory.
it's on a yellow
Our
face.
courage has prevailed. These lands are yours, my lord.
I don't want to exterminate this time, but we might sack just in case. Okay. Yeah, the public order's pretty... it's okay. Okay. Right. We won't be able to retrain a lot of our troops straight away, but yeah, we do have access to Granada now, which is nice. Straight away, I think we want a drill square. We've got a bit of money now as well. So, veteran warrior. Enemy army is just gone. There are a couple of troops here, but we can auto-resolve that. Got another cardinal promoted, which is nice. I believe we've now got 3. Yeah, so we've got 1 over here and our 2 here, so that's great. That's great.
My lord.
We need 1 of them actually. Now that we've actually captured the settlement, we need 1 of them down here to start converting the population a little bit. In fact, before we build that, we need a chapel. Okay, faction announcements. Oh, and our diplomat never quite made it to to Hungary. Yeah, well, I haven't really been moving him much. I've been neglecting him a little bit. So, anyway, military, we're now up to 16th. Overall, we're up to 12th, which is rather nice. Zaragoza, we have our stonemason's hut complete. And I think because we're now a little bit in the green in terms of our finances, we can afford to let our settlements grow a little bit more. Speaking of which, is Parma ready to upgrade? No, it's a little bit short still. If I could be bothered, I'd work it out how many turns I need, but I don't really care just yet. So we have captured Granada. Let's just
God will be with us,
get rid of you.
Blessed Lord,
Oh, and you still decide to retreat. Well, we can't move this army really, but what we need to do, we might have to merge some of these troops. Yeah, because we need to reinforce this army a little bit. We're going to merge some of them again, and we're going to give them the javelin men.
Orders, Your Majesty. Orders, Your Majesty.
And we'll give them some of the experienced troops. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got a bit more of a force now to hold that bridge. This army is probably going to attack us from the other side, but again, all we need to do then... but then again, we've got this army. Oh, that's really not a good position to be in, actually. Because what they could do is, if they move this army to attack us here, and then move this army as well, we're absolutely screwed.
Your order, number 1.
Yalla! My sultan wishes you dead.
Yes.
If I do that,
I will not waste words on you.
Your order, number 1.
we've got to move.
My lord.
Yalla! My
might be
sultan
able to
wishes
reach
you
them
Order,
anyway,
number
but
1.
at least we can fight that a little bit more openly. I've had to abandon the bridge, literally because if we get sandwiched between 2 armies, there's absolutely no way. The only reason we won last time was because the army that we were sandwiched between was so small we were able to overpower it. But we can't overpower a half-stack army when there's a full stack coming. But this is what I was on about. So we've got a site of famous battle here on this bridge, which is from the battle before, which is nice. Anyway, yeah, apparently okay, we need more troops. That is very, very clear. The problem is we can't really send any troops from Valencia, because if they decide to attack Valencia, we need the troop station there as well.
Yes,
which means, do we bring this army in? Because what I want to do is I want to just rob them of any sort of chance to attack us later on. So, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to attack next turn, but
yes.
we'll leave our boats down here. These boats can now keep an eye around here. There's a lot of forces here. We need to be very, very aware of. We need to recruit. We need to just maintain recruitment across our empire, even if it happens to be peasant infantry. Not so much boats, but we need more spear militia and stuff. We just need to keep. Yeah. Anyway, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it trying to convert these heretics, because it'll just Anyway, Valencia is now actually a little bit. I'm a little bit concerned that Valencia is actually gonna leave. Right, so we've got a spy up here. We need to move this spy out. Keep an eye on this area here. We just need spies wherever we can. We need as many spies as we can. Just to make sure that we have our eyes and ears everywhere, basically. It might seem like a little bit overkill with the amount of spies we've got, but trust me, we need to know troop movements. Anyway, so I think we're going to end the turn there. Yes. Oh, a little. And here they come. But they're moving further into our heartlands here. They're not moving that other army though, which is interesting. Okay, so Council of Troyes, I believe. So our path was blocked. Yeah, this spy basically. That spy needs to stay there, I think. Just keep an eye on this. Palmer is now ready to upgrade, so we'll get that underway. Still okay for cash a little bit. And the Pope likes what we've been doing in Murcia, so he's given us 1,000 florins, which is nice of him. Eusebio Ramirez, another one. Ooh, now he's interesting. He could be one to lead a new army down towards the Moors. We've also got some interesting new troops, some light men at arms available at Pamplona. Are they available at Valencia as well? No, I think they're ready next turn. But we've got a few troops that we need recruiting. We're going on a bit of a recruitment drive, if you can't already tell. So, Barcelona, we need... what do we need? We can get Stonemason's hut. More money is better, always good. And Pamplona, again, more money. They're quite expensive, these buildings, but they're financially useful, so they'll benefit us more in the long run. So this army advanced towards us a bit last turn, but it didn't actually fight us, which I was a little bit surprised about. Anyway, so we can recruit our own Bedouin infantry as well as desert cavalry. It seems we can build the troops that are left over from their buildings, so which is interesting. Genoa and Portugal have announced an alliance, which is so yeah. There wasn't a huge amount that happened that turn, other than this army moved and this army moved.
I will not waste words on you.
It is now threatening to attack Valencia or Murcia. However, Valencia can mobilise its troops if needed. But what I could also do...
Yalla! My Sultan wishes you
move
dead.
These troops onto this bridge. Now that might mean, you might be wondering what on earth I'm doing because I'm leaving Valencia vulnerable. Well, he can't reach Valencia going round. The only way he can get there is to attack him here, which he still can't reach. Now this army, if it was in Valencia, couldn't reach Murcia. But next turn, because it's already moved, it can't reach it again. But next turn, it will be able to relieve Murcia if it gets attacked. And if they decide to attack through the bridge, they're going to get their asses kicked. So, that is my plan on that front there. So yes, right, the final thing I think we're going to do for this part is we're going to start besieging Algiers.
As my lord wills, we march to battle. Besieging settlement, my
It's
lord.
only a wooden castle, so it's not,
Is it
and it's
time
not
to
very
take
well
the
defended
walls,
at all.
my lord?
It's just got a general. What I'm more worried about is that army that we saw a few turns ago at what's it called? Jerusalem. That Moorish army will be returning, and one day it is going to arrive, and it's going to surprise us, I think, because I think by the time it gets here, this army will have already gone to capture these other settlements, and we'll probably be caught with our pants down. But there we are. That's just what might well happen. There's not a lot we can do to prevent that, really. However, that is it for today's part and set of updates. It's been a good set of updates, actually. It's been much more battle orientated than I was anticipating, but I've enjoyed it. And I have a feeling the next part is probably going to have another battle as well, if this guy has anything to say about it.
Even if they do not deserve it, I will offer the infidels a fair fight.
Who seems quite a reasonable guy, to be honest. So yeah. Anyway, join me next time, when it's not so much taking the fight to the Moors this time, but it will be simply trying to survive the Moorish counterattack, which seems like it's making its way well in force towards Valencia, and indeed the Aragonese heartlands. So, until next time, I've been Josh, and I'll see you later.